So etymology is pretty much the study of words and their origin and how they change over time. I'm speaking fast because my time about to go out. But etymology is pretty much just breaking down all of the origins of each word, and it's telling you like what's the base meaning of that whole entire thing. So the examples of the English language only adding up to 5 letters. T-H-E-R-E, there. W-H-E-R-E, where. W-E-A-R, where. Here, H-E-R-E, them, why, so, no, yes, mine, many, more, close, open. Like, these words are so basic. They're just transitory words. Like, they're just transition words. Like, think about how we have the pronouns, the nouns, the adverbs, the adjectives. Shouldn't there be some more? Those are the base ones that I know. And then when you get to other words in the English language, yo, it's a conglomerate of different origins. So when it's like you casting your own little mixture up when you just be talking and saying things, because each word that come out your mouth, that energy is being aligned to you. Think about how all of these things are composited within the language. Each letter and word, this is the part that they didn't teach us in school. Each letter and word carries its own vibration. Also, words and numbers are one and the same. So when I say each letter carries its own vibration, I'm stating that like vibration is pretty much frequency. So everything in your entire genetic makeup is composited or is made up of a frequency. So every organ has its own frequency, like the rate in which it moves, the rate in which it vibrates. Like when you zoom in on your cells in a microscope, you'll actually see that all your cells are moving constantly. So everything within creation is made up of vibration. So there are different levels and different spectrums of vibration. There are high vibrations and there are low vibrations. Everything in the physical world is a low vibration. So even though these things are appearing as if they're solid, they actually aren't. Like nothing is truly solid in this physical world. So that's pretty much why everything is spiritual. Like even your whole physical being, it has a spiritual nature to it. Like we are actually submerged within a spiritual world, but we're just in a dense form. We're just in a dense form of like spirit. So it's just compacted so much. Like it's kind of like creating a diamond. We're in the core, we're in the center of the spirit world. So, but this is why we can even communicate with the spirit world. So, given that there are like different layers of vibration, like I said, there's a spectrum of what vibration entails. So, given that there is like layers to it, there are vibrations that go so deep that the human senses in this current state or form, which has been manipulated. But there are just certain things within our 5 senses that we just can't sense. And each being that is on this earth has its own magnitude or propensity to fluctuate throughout all of those different spectrums. Like with bats, they have like sonic hearing, right? So they can hear it much more deeply than we can because everything is based off of their sound. So that's how they move about. That's how they move about and experience this reality. So each being experiences reality in its own way, shape, and form. So we all have different eyes in which we navigate this physical world with. Like no one is like living in the same exact reality. We have our own reality that we live in, but we also have a collective reality that we all create or co-create together. So that's why with the governments and stuff, they really can't do anything that we're not allowing them to do because we're all creating everything that's going on Earth. This is how they've even been able to maintain their level of power, just by manipulating how we view reality. It's like, okay, so we're not going to let them know that they're gods. We're not going to let these people know that there is a divine nature to their being. We're not going to let them know that they're innately connected to the source of all creation. We're not going to let them know that what they say has power. We're not going to let them know that X, Y, and Z. You understand? Why would they? Anyway, so regarding your spiritual nature and regarding like vibration overall, like we can affect different layers of vibration when we're operating in our spirit form. So your spirit form is the most highest vibration of your own being. So that's why we have a higher self and that's why we have a lower self. Your lower self is this physical. Okay, so now, like, getting deeper and further into the energy of vibration, you got to understand in how many ways can we affect vibration, or how many ways do we interact with the different levels of vibration. So first and foremost, we have the five senses. So sight. Everything that you see is a visible spectrum. Like, all the light is literally a visible spectrum. So therefore, light is vibrating. Even light itself is moving. Like, that's why even with the sun, it causes us to get up and move too, because it radiates its own energy inside of us, and it speeds up the particles on the earth. So everything on the earth is receiving this heat from the sun, which is literally what causes us to wake up, because we're receiving that burst of energy, because it's literally fire. It causes whatever it touches to heat up and speed up. That's why when we go that's why when it's nighttime again, like all over again, everything slows down because everything is colder. But yeah, so that was vision. So even us being able to hear, so you're picking up the different vibrations that's coming from the vocal cords. Like when you put your hand on your throat, your throat is vibrating. So all of the words that we enunciate and that we speak out, they are literal vibrations. So when it comes to vibrations, there are vibrations that promote health to your being, and there are vibrations that promote death to your being, because they lower the frequency, and then there are some that raise the frequency. So think of vibration as this. You say a particular word that raises the frequency, it gets higher, it gets faster. So it's not so dense anymore. It's not so weighed down because it's sped up. But when the frequency lowers, everything slows down. It solidifies. It's just literally like the spectrum of hot and cold. Everything is literally on that system. So this is the law of vibration, like from the Hermetic. This is from the Hermetic principles. I had that book, The Kabbalion. I let somebody hold that book, and I never got that book back. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and I was done with it. I learned my lesson from that book. I was able to go back and read so much of it. It gets so deep on all of these principles. Like, I gotta go deep into the other laws that we have. Like within the Hermetic principles, there are 7 laws. I'm ready to get into this series with y'all. This is gonna be fun. I love talking about this stuff. But anyways, yeah, so the different vibrations that come with letters and words, they can affect this physical reality. That's why it states that there's power of life and death in the tongue. Like, but think about how vague that is to just say there's power of life and death in the tongue. So what the fuck do you mean there's power of life and death in the tongue? How deep does that go? Why is there power of life and death in the tongue? Like, these are questions that everybody should be asking, because you're a creator in this physical world. So now getting back into like the other 5 senses, even just your ability to feel, that's even vibration itself. Because think about it, why is feeling a vibration? Because your whole body, you feel with your entire being. You don't just feel like it apply to everything in this physical world. So that's why we're even able to, like, we actually have more than 5 senses, y'all. And one of these TikTokers, I don't even know her damn name, but she went real deep into how many senses we have, and I probably had to tag her. I got to look for it. I think I got to save it in my folder. Like, I got a lot of shit saved in my bookmarks, like spiritual shit I be looking at. But yeah, so your 5 senses, getting back into that, the ability to feel. So the ability to feel is the energy of vibration in and of itself. It's like your whole being. So your whole being is vibrating, is moving, it's constantly moving. But there's like an overall state of vibration or rate of vibration that your body vibrates at. Ooh, I gotta find it. I have a tea, y'all. I got this detox tea, right? Let me see. And it states the frequency that the human body is supposed to naturally resonate at or vibrate at. Where is that bottle? I'm finna find it for y'all. I'm gonna show it to you.